fantastic Friday morning, the 1st of August, 2025. Good morning to you, the lovely GIC viewers and listeners within and beyond the borders of the Republic of Namibia. And a very warm welcome to your Friday morning edition of the Offices, Ministries and Agencies Information Sharing Session. Now, as always, we are coming to you live from the Government Information Center studio here in the heart of the nation's capital. For this morning's episode, I will be your host, Helene Philippus Hamunyela. Now, for this morning's special episode, I am joined in the studio by a vibrant duo from the Rehoboth Town Council, and that is Honorable Jackie Jackson Kariseb, the Councillor of Public Relations, Corporate Affairs, Land Investor Relations Management. Honorable Kariseb, good morning and welcome back to the GIC.
Good morning, Eleni. Good morning, Namibia.
All right. I'm also joined by Ms. Desiree Peters, and she is the head of the Corporate Communications or Corporate Affairs Public Relations in the Rehoboth Town Council. Ms. Peters, good morning once again, and welcome back to the GIC.
Good morning.
All right. Now, Namibia, as is the norm, I am pausing here to extend a warm invitation to you to be part of this conversation by following the discussion on our social media platforms, where we are currently streaming this show live. Now, on Facebook, we are at Ministry of Information and Communications Technology, or you can stream us live on our YouTube channel, and our handle there is MICT Namibia. I'm keen to hear from you. Add your voices to this conversation and by posting your contribution on our social media platforms where we are currently streaming this show live. Now, ladies and gentlemen, domestically here in Namibia, August is known to be a year, right? A very important year for that matter. And that is emanating as our late President, Dr. Hage Geingob would call it, an August year, which is very important. This morning, I am joined in the studio, as earlier mentioned, by the vibrant duo from the Rehoboth Town Council, and they are here to discuss about the unveiling of the Hage Geingob Drive. Now, as earlier mentioned, we are discussing the drive or the unveiling of the Hage Geingob Drive. As earlier mentioned, I am joined in the studio here this morning. Honorable Kariseb, briefly talk to us about what the significance of the Dr. Hage Geingob Drive unveiling ceremony signifies for us Namibians.
Eleni, it's quite an important event in our calendar. The commissioning of this road. But before I do that, before I come back to your question, let me do the honorable thing to do in our culture. Hochai, 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 hochai. Koeko habengoedma, ngoeko habengon Dr. Hage Geingob, taup skip a lap a diginicum. Hochai, hochai, oamtsi. That is our cultural chant for a fallen hero. The commissioning of this road is very significant for us as Namibians, and particularly in Rehoboth as a town. We have had one of the most attended memorials for him, and I think coincidentally, when we were when the tenderers hand over the site to us last year, it was on his birthday. Right. So we decided, okay, this is telling us something. So we are going to do the commissioning of the street on his birthday, and we have engaged the family, and luckily they agreed to it. As therefore, we are honoring a hero, not only for Namibia, a statement that has made strides in the continent as well as worldwide, an academic, a straightforward politician, and we can call him many other names, but this is quite significant for our country, and particularly, as I've mentioned, for the Rehoboth community to have a street named after such a great leader of our time.
Indeed, Honorable Kariseb, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit emotional, but as a patriotic Namibian, I know that fallen hero, as we would refer to him now, a man who has done so much for this country, was very fond of a particular song, and it had made so much strides, especially during the mourning period when we lost our then sitting president, His Excellency Dr. Hage G. Geingob. Let's now have a look at this song. Indeed, a man who was loved, still is loved, and surrounded by his loved ones, and the Namibian nation at large. Honorable Karisab, now you've earlier mentioned that the site was given to you on the 3rd of August, which actually is his birthday. Talk to us what inspired the decision to then hold this ceremony on Sunday, the 3rd of August.
As I've said, we wanted to do it a little bit earlier. Then, but as per custom, we had to contact the family of the late Dr. Hage Geingob and his lovely wife. She has, and her office has been very, very well receiving of this, and they've been engaging us almost every day. And collectively, we came up with a date that is only suitable for the 3rd of August, which will also signify the birthday celebrations. And we, they would first attend a church service, and then in Windhoek with the family, and then they would come to Riebo for this occasion. And just to share such an intimate moment for the family, to share this intimate moment with Namibians, and in particular Riebothers. It's quite important for us, and a valuable moment for us, and we see it as an honor that they could have this birthday of this special man and still go to us and celebrate it together with us through this commissioning of the street. So that was the significance why we chose that day.
All right.
Also, yes,
yes, Ms.
the
Peters.
timing also aligns with, I'm sure that when the song played, that every Namibian out there who was watching with us felt the emotion, because it was the people's president, it was our president, and he has left a huge vacuum.
Right.
And on his birthday, it aligns with how we want to remember him. And it is a profound honor for the people of Riebo to be sharing this day with the family and our former First Lady, and symbolically remember the man that has left so many huge steps and so many impact in our communities and the nation at large.
Speaking of which, Ms. Peters, what would you say, in your opinion, was Dr. Hage Geingob's greatest contribution to the people of Riebo?
Not just Riebo, I think each and every citizen of Namibia, I believe that he has the philosophy of no Namibian should be left out.
Right.
And the democracy and his leadership, how he has been, I always looked at him as a humble servant. And that is what has also inspired a lot of us to start loving what we are doing, serving the people at grassroots level. Because if our president humbles himself the way that he did, and led with integrity and democracy. Who am I to come make a difference? So he did not only led as a president, but he led the nation with I don't even have the right words for it. There's no better word for me to explain the impact that he had on my life personally and on the whole of Namibia.
Right.
So it goes without saying,
Yeah.
we are honoring a legend.
Absolutely.
If I may.
Yes, please.
You know, there was a time that Dr. Hage Geingob came to Namibia just about this time. I think in 2019, after he was elected as president for the second time, and then we were campaigning for the regional local government. He came as the party president that time to Rehoboth, and he had a drive-through. Now, what particularly stuck with me then was that he threw out the drive-through, and luckily or fortunately enough, I was the director of those ceremonies, and then he was having that drive-through through our town, and then when he came to the occasion, he told me and many others that were there that the differences and disparities between the upper town and where we had the event is so big. So Rehoboth people should now work so that we can match up with the upper side of the town. And that was the moment that I decided. I was never a politician. I'm a teacher by profession, and that was the moment that I decided maybe this is a call for me to go and try and make an impact and a difference. And nowadays I'm being called by my town and residents that I'm a Block E councillor, a certain part, but in fact I'm a Rehoboth councillor, but I have special emphasis on developing that part of the town, but not in the same time neglecting. But there was a call for me to volunteer myself to serve as a councillor for the town of Rehoboth. So he has made a significant impact on me, not only on me. We were honored as Namibians to have him as a president because he was very straightforward. He would say a thing like it is regardless of who in the audience, and he was very courageous where Europeans and other leaders from the developed world would try to intimidate. He would never allow that. So he was straightforward, and he was a person that loved fairness, that loved his people, and that has just a special spark for these people. So that made me believe that all over this world, and you'd also see on his passing how the world has shown love to our country, through and how it was attended, his funeral was attended, and how his family was covered with love. So I think the impact that it made is immeasurable.
Also, he instructed that the road be tarred. At that time that he had the drive-through, there was no tarred road.
It is a gravel road.
The council, why is this road leading to this area of the town not tarred?
Right.
So he gave an instruction, and we did that, and we are here now. So it is just befitting for us to have named this road Dr. Hage G. Geingob Drive. And it's one of the longest roads in Rehoboth. And that also illustrates his leadership, how far-stretched it was. It was not just in Windhoek or Namibia, but it was worldwide.
Right. If there's something I've learned about his leadership is that he was an inclusive leader, a transformational leader that would not want to leave anyone out. Hence the saying, let's pull together and nobody should be left out in this Namibian house. Right. Now, Ms. Peters, I'd like to remain with you still. Given that this is such a notable and noble act from the Rehoboth Town Council, how has the public responded to this initiative to naming that drive that we are discussing this morning after our past or late president?
Like I said, when we started, it was the people's president and loved by all. So when the first announcement was made, the community of Rehoboth was overwhelmed, and we had so much support, especially from the community of Block E, because he would during the campaign times, he would also always go in Block E. So this was very much welcomed, and we have so much support, especially when we announced this to the family as well. We could feel, I did the announcement to the former First Lady, and we could feel the significance that this honor has. And that's why I believe that the Rehoboth community will turn up in numbers on Sunday. Because this will be the last honor that we'll do as a town for this legend. And I believe that everybody will, as they did during the tribute ceremony that we had, everybody will stand up and then we will pay our last respect as a town symbolically, also for the future generations to remember him. As we drive, whenever we drive through that road, we will see the name, and that will mean that this name will remain with us forever.
Right. Okay, Honorable Karisa, as I've earlier on mentioned, this indeed is such a commendable and noble act from the Rehoboth Town Council. What is the message that you wish that the people who will be in attendance come this Sunday, the 3rd of August, take away from this ceremony?
As the event is of such nature that it is very big, we have guests that are family of the late president. We have close friends from the president and his family and Madame Geingob's family. We have in attendance, we'd have Mr. Kamosep, that is now the current governor. We will have our past governor, Mendes April. We'll have the current governor, Rian McNabb. We'll have also Prof. Kachavivi, who will also be on the program to give a tribute because of the closeness that he shared with the late president. And then we will have a lot of guests, in fact, former ministers mostly, and current ministers that will grace the occasion for us. And our plea our wish from the town council is that we share an intimate moment where we just celebrate this life of a giant that he was. And then how lucky can we be as a town to have this family on this day for such a significant occasion together. So I think Rehoboth residents should regard themselves very lucky to be part of that. And therefore, let's come out like we did and come and show the family that they are loved. Because in our culture, it is that when one is departed, it is the obligation of the community and the village to look after the others that are there. Right. So I think that is the significance of it.
Okay.
Also, I would say that Dr. Geingob believed in diversity and the power of dialogue. And as a town of Rehoboth, we are united in our diversity. And that would be the message. If we walk away from this ceremony, we walk away with a sense of pride and unity and the sense of servanthood, so that we let this legacy live through the services that we each of us, wherever we are placed to serve this government,
right,
we do as humble servants.
Absolutely so. Ms. Peter, while with you, I'd like to find out, for the benefit of the viewers and listeners, but especially the residents of Rehoboth, where is the venue that this event is going to be taking place? Because I understand that the family and the acquaintances will be attending a church service here in Windhoek that morning, Sunday the 3rd of August, and then they will proceed to Rehoboth. Where is the venue that this event is going to take place?
The venue for the event is at the Rehoboth High School. Significantly, because we have had the tribute that was arranged by the town council, we also had it there. So the community of Rehoboth is invited to start to unite as from 1 o'clock. The main ceremony will start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is the unveiling. It's just the street close to the school, just next to the school. So from the official program, we will proceed to the unveiling of the street.
All right.
So it is at the Rehoboth High School, 2 o'clock, but Rehoboth community, we appeal to you and we call on you to start gathering as from 1 o'clock so that we await our guests as they arrive for the program to start at 2.
Okay. Now, Honorable Karisab, earlier on you've mentioned that there are some of the public figures, members of parliament, current and previous or past. What were some of the key figures that were involved in making this event, a reality?
It was a collaboration between the family and the town council, and then the guest list, especially for the dignitaries, was also a collaboration between the family and the town council. Obviously, all the current leaders and were invited as per protocol, and some of them said, no, we are going to come. So what is also significant about this day is that we really want to hold on to the memory of the late president, and there's also going to be, it should be quite clear that it is not at the school itself. It is at Rehoboth High School sport fields where we had the memorial service the other year. So the other significant event that will take place is also the family will also plant 2 trees, 2 shade trees at the location. One will be planted by Madam Geingob in remembrance of herself being there that day, and also in honor of her late husband, and the other one will be planted by the children. And whenever we as a Rehoboth resident would go past that, we would give them, I hope, we'll give them water, and we will look after it so that it can be nurtured and grow, and then we can see that the love of the Geingob family remains with Rehoboth.
Right.
Also, as it was said, no Namibian should be left out. This event is not restricted to the invitees and Rehoboth residents. We are welcoming everyone that wants to be part of this event. Each and everyone who wants to be part of this memorable occasion, you're welcome to join us, and let us remember Dr. Geingob, not only for our words, but with our actions, and let us continue to build the nation that he believed in, and Namibia that he believed in. So let us show up in numbers and show our gratitude.
Okay. Now, as we near the end of our brief discussion this morning, I'd like to find out, are there any perhaps contact details for the planners of this event, this very important event, in an event, maybe somebody from, the other side of Namibia is interested in attending this auspicious event and would want to get hold of the organizers. Do you perhaps have then the numbers where we can contact them, or email addresses, so that this information is sought in time?
Yeah, the event is organized through the PR office. I am heading the organizing.
Okay.
So my number is 081 8929 where I can be reached. I'm out of office, so I can only be reached on my cell. So it's 081 8929 319.
293
319. I'm the head of the organizing of this event. It is through the public relations office with my counselor, of course. My counselor will also provide his number, and when I'm possibly engaged, then he can take the next call.
Right. Thank you so much. Now, Honorable Karisab, any final words for the viewers and listeners this morning pertaining to this auspicious event?
Yeah, I think, Eleni, what is important is that Namibia has shown strength in unity in such difficult times, that when even if we have our differences as a nation, as a house, like he used to call us,
this Namibian house.
we would be united when we need each other. Therefore, I think we have, in Kwekwekovap, they said, those things that we are taught, we must remain with that. And those things that we saw as shortcomings, we must look at them and learn from them to be better people. Therefore, I think this significant event will unite us again not in grief, but also to celebrate a life of such a significant man. And then we will be more united, and then we will be able to assist our family and carry the Geingob family through such a difficult time. When a day where they are celebrating the birthday of a husband, a father, and more particularly a public figure that they shared with the Namibian nation and the world at large, we should be there for them. And therefore, I invite the Rehoboth community to come in numbers like they did, and also all close areas, Rivantuk, Marintal, all the areas, wherever you can come, there will be enough space, there will be sitting arrangements for you, and let us just share the moment and celebrate this man once again.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable Karisab. Ms. Peters, over to you. You have the last word for this morning.
We are honored to have been left with so much memory. So let us strive to build a nation of justice, inclusivity, and opportunity for all of us. And I will repeat, let us serve with our hearts. Like I always regarded Dr. Geingob as a tough leader with a soft heart. They said, soft heart, tough mind. And that is the leadership that I would also aspire to be and encourage especially our local government leaders to be. So let's let his legacy live on.
Right. Thank you so much for those very comforting words. Honorable Karisab and Ms. Peters, once again, as I refer to you as the vibrant duo from the Rehoboth Town Council, thank you so much once again for making time to come speak to us, and especially this morning to invite the Namibian nation, not only Namibians, even non-Namibians that are based elsewhere in the world that are interested in attending this auspicious event as we honor our late president, Dr. Hage G. Geingob. Please come one, come all, be there at this coming Sunday, the 3rd of August, which also marks his birthday. Thank you so much. This also then ends or concludes our brief discussion for this morning. Please do join us again next time when we bring you another fruitful discussion here at the GIC. From myself, Hileni Philippa Samunyela, and the entire GIC production crew. Until next time, take care.